let's talk about mold and fungus, because I keep seeing these posts about this, I don't know if it's some sort of network marketing, something about integrative health coaches, and all of their websites look the same, and they're called these integrative health coaches. My kitty, she's on my skirt. All their websites look similar, their stories look similar, and then they're selling these like coaching packages, and then it looks like they sell the same type of mold toxicity product. And basically all of it is blaming mold and mold exposure for many of our health issues. Now, what we need to understand is that being exposed to mold, if your body is in an alkaline state, you will be able to be in the environment of mold and it not take over your body. Now, I also, like many other things, think that this mold toxicity is being thrown around often when it's not actually the issue, when it's actually wrong diet. Because mold and fungus, candida, mold, fungus, parasites, all of those things show up when your body is in poor health. Are you kidding me? Kitty is on my feet right now. Those all show up when your diet is wrong. And a lot of health coaches or even doctors, nutritionists, dietitians are telling people that sugar feeds the overgrowth. And that is exactly the opposite of the truth. Your body thrives on fructose, and glucose is even converted into fructose in the body for digestion. Now, that's because fructose is vital for our health. Not glucose, fructose. Where do you get fructose? From fruits. So if you want to have a body that is alkaline and clean and doesn't build overgrowth of mold and fungus and parasites, then eating fruit is the answer, not the problem. So if anybody is telling you that you need to eat less sugar, it's incorrect. You want to eat more. Obviously, I'm not talking about candy and complex sugars. I'm talking about simple sugars. Fruits, berries, melons are crucial for the state of wellness of a human being. And a lot of people get in their mind when you say fruit, instantly just think bananas, berries, apples, and that's about it. And while those obviously are all fruits, it's not what it's limited to. Fruits are a huge category. There is so much abundance in the fruit world. We're limited. We've been self-limited in our food industry because stores are overflowing with foods that aren't actually food. The only real food in the grocery store is the produce section. That's all you should be buying from. And some frozen if you want to get frozen produce, but everything else, that's what's going to feed your fungus and candida and mold. Because mold is just fungus. When you're eating in a way that creates an environment that is fermenting inside of you, that is where those overgrowths happen. And no, going on an ancestral diet, whatever that means, or eating high meat, high protein, you're going to go the wrong direction. Because what you want to do is clean out the body. We need to strengthen the kidneys and adrenals and lymphatic system and digestive system. And what you're going to do when you eat a higher protein diet, you're going to slow all that down. You're going to stagnate your system. And then it's going to come around as a disease down the line and in some other form. Because it's just being suppressed. A lot of times these symptoms subside when people say they go high protein because they're also eliminating the processed foods. That's the part that needs to be eliminated. But then you also need to focus on being higher fruit. But no matter what, you should not be high protein. That doesn't mean you can never eat meat if you want to have meat or animal products. I would say you should never have dairy or extremely minimally. But meat is one that I feel like you can, if you choose to eat meat intentionally and consciously and sourcing properly, you can consume meat and still be in good health. But you also need to have an abundance of fruits. And that includes, like I said, a lot of things that people call vegetables are actually fruits. Anything with a seed is a fruit. The main vegetables are, I consider greens to be a part of the fruit category. So the main vegetables are like your root veggies, your beets and carrots and potatoes and asparagus. Celery, I think, is technically an herb. Broccoli, cauliflower, those are two I don't recommend a lot of. Yeah. There's a lot more fruits. So we've been so misled when it comes to like the food pyramid, which is an absolute joke that we learned as children, because your longevity and vitality is with fruits. And before you bring in other foods, you can have a balanced diet that includes meat and veggies and other stuff. But like I said, if you're having overgrowths in the body, you need to clean it out, completely clean out and purify. That's what purify comes from. That is why I'm coming up with that, why I'm creating this purify program. You need to completely burn away everything in your body that has been breeding illness. And it's not the sugars. That's what you need. So this purification process is about stripping down your body to the basics and allowing regrowth and regeneration to happen. That fire, that digestive fire of healing is what is going to bring the regeneration process. It allows you to reclaim your body in a new way. And when you come out of this detoxification, full cellular detox, know this isn't something that's quick. And no, this isn't something you're going to get on a little store-bought kit for a weekend or whatever. It's not a 3-day juice cleanse or what. All of these things are still quick fixes. This is a deep process. It comes in stages. It's transitionary. You need to first shift your diet into more of a whole food-based, plant-based. And you shift into mostly fruits and then all fruit. And then you start shifting into more juice fasting, all raw, and then doing some dry fasting if you can. adding herbs along the way to support you, and then you're going to experience some serious healing crises and healing. But that is why I do what I do, because you need support. This isn't something you do alone. You can do it alone, but you need guidance along the way. Because it's not just trying a new diet or trying a new supplement. This is a deep regeneration process that can be difficult. It's not easy because you have challenges along the way. You will experience the symptoms of the illness that you are now dealing with. That's what a healing crisis is. You need to eliminate it from the body. So as we're eliminating, we are experiencing the symptoms of the disease we've been experiencing on its way out of the body. And most doctors misunderstand what our symptoms are. And to continue to treat it from the surface with more products, more supplements, more Band-Aids, is just putting you in a deeper hole that you're going to have to dig out of later. So that is my notes for the day. Yeah. Stay wild and fruity.